to make the most of giving this Valentine's Day by tapping into your love language. Now we have relationship coach Kristen Thomas here to walk us through all of it. Now, first off, Kristen, are we talking about real languages? Because like the language of love is like Italian or something like that, right?
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah. Oh, who knows? Who cares? But we're not exactly talking about languages here, but kind of walk us through our 5 love languages that you're going to talk about today.
Yeah, so the 5 Love Languages is a book by Gary Chapman, and he talks about how each of us need to receive love in a certain way. So the 5 love languages that he created or talk about is physical touch, words of affirmation, acts of service, receiving gifts, and quality time.
Okay.
So each of us need to not only understand our own love language, we need to understand our partner's love language so that when we're interacting with them, we're showing love in the way that they need to receive it.
Okay, well today especially, it's Valentine's Day. It's a lot about giving gifts.
Yes.
So why is it so important that we're giving gifts here on Valentine's Day as one of those parts of the 5 languages or 5 love languages?
Well, even if your partner's top love language isn't receiving gifts, it doesn't mean you should not give them a gift. You just need to give it to them in a way that appeals to their love language. So if, you've heard your partner say, oh, I don't really like chocolates and flowers, maybe their top love language isn't receiving gifts, but you can give them those chocolates and flowers after you've cleaned up the house and you present them in a nice way. So because their thing is acts of service and they'd love to come home to a lovely homemade meal instead of going out to dinner. And
see, here was my thought for my wife is that, I'd come home and I'd clean the kitchen and, get the kids all ready and then I would just take us, me and the kids and leave, and that way she could just have the house to herself and watch Netflix and watch what she wanted to watch tonight.
Sometimes for a partner that's a perfectly reasonable gift. If that's what she's looking for, I think that's
maybe that's what she should do. Or what advice do you have for those who are thinking of, let's see, just something last minute? That seems to kind of be the story for a lot of us guys here. We're last minute. We're like the guys that are waiting in line with 40 of them at the Hallmark card store, trying to get something to take home. What advice do you have for us worthless
last minute
people?
guys?
Not worthless, but our last minute guys.
Hey, there's guys and gals alike that are out there doing last minute gift shopping today. I say just take a moment to try and step it up a bit. Maybe go to a local flower store and get a plant instead of those pre-wrapped bouquets at Costco.
Okay.
Although Costco does have really good flowers.
They do.
I'll say that.
Plants, yeah.
Yeah, write a handwritten card instead of buying a card at the store.
Okay. And then I always like orchids too. Those were some of my favorite to gift, and those are always really nice and fun to take care of. Now here's one thing that my wife and I have done is we agreed that we weren't going to get anything for each other because we're saving for some other stuff down the road. What advice do you give to couples who say, no, we're not going to do it? And I even know some of our floor directors here have said the same thing, that they're not getting their significant other anything either, and they're kind of doing that same thing.
Well, Groupon actually did a study recently that came out about Valentine's gift giving, and they found that 70% of people do want something for Valentine's. So yes, there's 30% of those people who don't care. However, something that's just maybe recreating something from your very first date, having the same meal, cooking that meal at home and having that meal there. Or again, finding just a nice card that actually says what you feel about somebody, because their love language is words of affirmation. And they want to hear those special words from you, even if it's in a pre-printed card. All
right, well, they're always good tips, and we do appreciate your time here with us this morning, Kristen. Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day to you. And you're rocking the pink, and so apparently, like I said, again, I still haven't got that pink memo.